Today is finally the day. I've been looking forward to this ever since it was announced back in 2023 that there would be a Final Fantasy set. And now today we finally have this product in hand, a box of collector boosters that we're going to open up right now. Just before we do, I want to say thanks to the sponsor of this channel for hooking me up with this box, MTG North. They've been a great supporter of the channel, and they have their own store, mtgnorth.ca, where you can go and use code 8th Place Dave at the checkout to save 5% on your order of any trading card singles. So definitely check out mtgnorth.ca if you're looking to buy any Magic cards. Let's get into this now. Open this up right here. So these boxes are very expensive. I've watched a few videos, a lot of them from MTG North actually, of openings from this, and yeah, there's some pretty cool stuff you can get in here, although the thing is, with the super high price of the boxes, it's actually very difficult to break even getting your value back if you're buying a box. Just, you know, if it was the actual MSRP or whatever, then yeah, it wouldn't be so hard, but that's just not a reality. But I'm not getting these ones just to, you know, try and flip the cards or whatever. This, as I said, I've been looking forward to this set for a long time. I just want to have these cards. I'm excited to open these up, see what we can get in here. And yeah, the thing that you're looking for in here is, you know, the chocobos, the neon one, or the serialized one. Can't count on opening them, but it's a possibility. So we got the token up front here. Hero, we got the fire crystal. It's a crystal for every color. All of them seem pretty decent in Commander. This one in particular, we have a Stroke of Midnight there. Memories of Nibelheim. I'm going to try and get my piles right here. So I'll make a Summon Bahamut, nice. The borderless version there. I'll make a pile for these kinds of cards. This will be our first mythic. It's our commander card here, Champions from Beyond. I think that you can get quite a few commander cards in each pack in this set. It's kind of weird. Usually it would only be one per pack, but I think you can get multiple per pack here. We got Matoya there from 14. From Father to Son from 15. Island. Okay. It's probably going to be a bit of a longer opening video. I just want to take a look at some of these cards. See all the details on them. Anima. That's from Final Fantasy X. So for Final Fantasies, my favorite is not in this actually. My favorite is Tactics, and there aren't any Tactics cards in here. But I also did play a lot of 7, 9, 10, pretty much all of the PS1 ones, you know, 7, 9, 10. I did play 8, but I was never really that into it. I just played it a little bit, but I'm familiar with the characters. Commons, uncommons, there's one from 8 right there. Judge Master or something. This seems like a pretty good uncommon. Ambrosia Whiteheart. Ice Flan, Marlborough. Not Bad Breath, and Gigantode. Commons and uncommons pile, we'll put that right there. I recently played the Final Fantasy VII Remake, though. I bought that on Steam. I wanted to play it, but I was waiting for it to go on sale for like 2 years, and finally got it. Beat that recently, actually. I got Leviathan. It's from 15. Baron Rivalry. There's Deadly Dispute. Yeah, okay. This will go here. Conformer Shuriken. Yeah, so we got 2 commander cards in this one. Gilgamesh. Brynhilde. I don't think this card is that good. This is a card that would have been really good like 10 years ago as a mono red aggro card. It's alright, but they're just kind of better cards that exist, I think. It's cool though. We got a Swamp. Surge Foil, Prompto Urgentum. Oh, I played 11 also when that came out. I didn't get super into it, but I did play it a bit. Online one. I'll separate this Surge Foil. Fenrir. Interesting. Hero. We have Gilgamesh, Master at Arms. Borderless foil there. Sephiroth Atraxa there, that's pretty cool. You know, in playing the remake of Final Fantasy VII, one thing I found was that Aerith's character was very annoying. It's not something that I got playing original when there was no voice acting, it was just text, but the dialogue for her and the voice acting, I found that character unbearable, and the whole time I was just thinking, Sephiroth, can you please just show up and do everybody a solid? I couldn't stand Aerith in that game, but Sephiroth is here now. We're gonna put I'll put it right here. I could put it with the mythics, but it's gonna go there. Ultimisha. Shalinda from 10. I forgot about that character. Oh, I guess there's no stuff from 10-2 in here, right? Oh, we got Terra. Nice. Wait, this should go in here. It's another mythic. Terra flips over into... So this is kind of funny, because it's Gruul colors, and then it flips over into Esper Terra, and it basically adds Esper to her existing colors. I thought it was neat. Another Fenrir there. I think Stolen Uniform is a pretty good card. If nothing else, you could use it as an instant speed way to like shift around your own equipment, even if your opponent isn't playing any equipment. We have Arden, the Usurper. What is this? Search for the Frozen Esper. It's a pretty cool looking one. I've messed up my piles. No, I haven't. Just like straight out of the game there. I think this is the only one with the pixel art on it, isn't it? Yes, I have messed up my piles. Okay, let me try and fix this. Regular rares... Wait, no I haven't. This is the Through the Ages stuff. We got this guy. It's a commander card. Summoner Sending. Zodiark. Lots of black mana symbols there. Esper Origins. I think this card is pretty good, actually. I've seen people saying that it's not that great. Well, yeah, it's not that great if you just play it as a 2-mana thing, but I would just want to play this in like a self-mill deck or something and just ignore this part of the card and only play it as like a free thing. Well, not free, but play it as something out of my graveyard that I can flash back. In that case, I think it's pretty good. Forest and Ambrosia Whiteheart there. Cactuar, just the regular one. Surge Foil, Vincent Valentine, okay. Vaughn. You know, I was a big fan of Captain Lannery Storm when it was first printed. I tried playing that in so many decks. But I would like for them to stop printing it now. I feel like we have enough Captain Lannery Storms. I've stopped playing it in any of my decks. It's kind of been power crept at this point, I feel. Like, it's still okay, but I don't think we really need any more Captain Lannery Storms. Transpose. Summoning Materia. We have 3 commander cards in that pack. We got the Darkness Crystal. That one's pretty good, I think. Omega Heartless Evolution. It's from 14. I tried playing 14, but couldn't really get into it. I had some friends that were quite into it, and they were saying that, you know, you just need to get past the first part, like the first 10 hours or whatever, and then the game becomes fun after that. If it's a chore to get through that much of the game before it becomes fun, I don't know. I just couldn't do it. But a lot of people do like it. Ishgard, Woolly Sea. Okay. And a counter spell. It's a pretty good counter spell. Ultimate Magic Holy. We got Tifa there from the commander deck. Reaper's Scythe. Zell. And a waste. It's kind of cool that they included wastes in here with the basics. crystal fragments. What does that turn into? Alexander. I feel like 8 kind of got shafted on a lot of cards. Like this, there's some random uncommon that's not even that good. It's okay and limited, but could have been a much cooler card for it. Only 2 mythics and we're halfway through the box. Actually, yes, only 2. We got something Surgeon coming up. Lightning? That's probably pretty good. Borderless Surge Foil Lightning. I'll take that. And a Lightning Bolt right behind it. Shoko, Seeker of Paradise. That's a really good commander. I was going to build a deck around that, but I felt like I was building too many tribal decks, and like it's good, but it is kind of just like play all the birds and then play this. I'm sure there's ways to make it more interesting though. Dancer's Chakrams, okay. Another Vincent, different one. Leviathan. A mountain. Vanille? This is like French vanilla. Vanille. Fang. Wait. Check this out. There we go, we have the card. Alright. Is that surging? Yeah, we got a surging something. Robon. Bull of Alamigo, okay. Put that there. Garnet. It's Lauren. We got Cecil, or Cecil. I don't know how you pronounce it. I think this card is pretty good. It's a 2/3 Death Touch for 1. I feel like that has a lot of potential in Standard. We'll put you here. Noctis, okay. Gilgamesh. A Realm Reborn turns everything you have into a Birds of Paradise. It's probably alright. Another Prompto. Something surging there. Hope S Time. Okay, that's from 13. I never played 13, so I'm not familiar with this character, but we got it. We got Ishai there. Clive. That's a mythic. Barrett from the commander deck. Go from the commander deck. Louis Sua's Sacrifice. Some people are pretty hyped about this card. It's alright. Like, I basically view it as like a disallow. How often are you gonna be able to discount it? You could sacrifice your commander. I don't know. But even then, just for 3 mana, it's still not bad. Shiva looks pretty cool. That one does not flip. We got instant ramen. Jador Aristocratic Apple. What's that from? 6. That's the, oh yeah, the mill one. Alright. I think the black one of these lands is probably the best, but all of them are going to be pretty good at least. Battle at the Big Bridge. Should have just been Battle at the Bridge, although Fatal Push is a much more playable card. Ultima, Origin of Oblivion. I think that card's probably pretty good. Elena. Sin, Spear's Punishment. We got Xanarkin there. And Girlfriend Ifrit. Now we have a Sid. This one is from 10. Alright, 1 Sid. Interested to see where the Sids end up in terms of price, because like people will compare them to the Nazguls. But there's more of them. Well, it's weird because there's more variations of them. Also, Yeah, I have no idea where that's gonna end up. Summon Brynhilder, okay. A foil counterspell. Xenos there. I made a deck with that in it. Well, I put that in my existing deck, the every win condition deck. So that can go in there. Excalibur the Second. Lindblum. Okay, we've got almost all of these now. I like the art on this, but Zidane there is it's kind of awkward looking. Oh, nice. Buster Sword. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. I'll take that. I think this is a really good card. I was thinking of making potentially a top 10 video for this set, and I was definitely considering putting Buster Sword at the #1 spot. I think it has a lot of potential. Please. I think Clash of the Icons is really cool too, because you can do all three of these. So it's a 1-mana removal spell. You can also do stuff with sagas, but you can, so it happens in the order in which it's printed on the card. So if you have a saga on like its last mode or whatever, or it's about to be removed, you can remove a lore counter, get the trigger, then put a lore counter and get another trigger. Or wait, anyway, you can keep your saga from going away. Maybe you don't get both of the triggers, but you can do some cool stuff with it. Sandworm, I like sandworms. And we have 1 pack left. Boogle's Valor. Chroma's Will. That's probably a pretty good one to get in foil there. I think that's probably a pretty good hit. Venet. Kane. Yep. We got Tella. And Golbez. Okay. A mountain. Eden Seat of the Sanctum. Interesting. Girlfriend Ifrit again. Oh, 2 Girlfriend Ifrits. Not bad. So pretty light on the mythics, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mythics. We got some pretty good ones. So it's pre-release time right now, and the prices are, you know, they're going to be inflated and not exactly reflective of the actual prices, but I'm interested to take a look at what it is at the moment anyway, so I'm going to take a close look at these, try and scan some stuff up, and get an idea of potential value. Come back in just a second. Alright, so we're back. I've scanned up some of this stuff. We have some cool stuff laid out here, but as I suspected, the prices are all over the place right now, and for some cards, I can't even scan them because it's not in the scanner database. I usually will use the Dragon Shield app. Failing that, I'll go to the TCG Player app, but there's a stack of cards here which were just not available in either of them. But I look at some of these prices, I added some stuff up, and so this is what tells me that things are super inflated right now, is because even without these, it tells me that the stuff I have here is about $1,300 US, which I don't think that number is very accurate. But we can take a look at some of the cool stuff here, though. There are a few of the big hits here which I think will remain expensive, probably not as expensive as they currently are. There's these 2 here which are currently about $350 US each. I don't know about that. I think they're going to be expensive, but I don't know about that expensive. So there's the Surge Foil Borderless Lightning. I think that's going to be a popular one. And then this also, the Chroma's Will in foil. Chroma's Will is good, but I don't know about $350 good for this specific version. I think it's going to be, you know, expensive, but not that expensive. This one surprised me, actually, was Vincent. Currently, it's listed for about 150. I think that's going to come down a lot, because this isn't even a mythic. This is just a, you know, just a rare. Yes, it's the Surge Foil, which is hard to get, but at the same time, compared to something like this, which is also a rare Surge Foil, this is just as rare as this. Currently, this one is about 15 bucks, but that's 150. What? Why? I don't know. Anyway, Let's take a look at some of the mythics though. So I thought there were not that many mythics, but there are actually more than I realized because I wasn't really counting the bonus sheet ones. So I think there are 7 total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so not so bad on the mythics, and we got some good ones too. Like there's the Lightning is a good one. Buster Sword is awesome. Bahamut's good. Sephiroth here, the Atraxa Grand Unifier, that's a good one. And then for the rest of the stuff, usually I'll try and lay out like the rares and the other cards which have value, but since it's all over the place right now, I just laid out some stuff that I think is cool. There's the other Surge foils that we got. This Hope one could be pretty good, I think. That's another rare one. There's an extended art Tifa from the Commander decks. I just like this card. I like the pixel art on this. There's some of the cards from the bonus sheet that they're kind of just like screenshots or promotional art from the games. Some of them I don't think look that good, but this one in particular I think looks quite good. I like that one. Here's a couple of Amano arts here. Battle at the Big Bridge. That's Fatal Push. I think that looks awesome. It's really cool art. And then Counterspell, Wild Rose Rebellion. Both of those I think are really cool. I think this card's good. The Fire Crystal, I imagine I'll probably play this in my my Goblins Commander deck. Probably be pretty good in that. Got 3 of the rare land cycle here. I think all these cards are going to be good, all these rare lands. And then there's just the rest of the rares and stuff. But overall, I'm pretty happy with it. Like I was saying, these are very expensive and it's going to be hard to break even. This kind of feels very similar to me as with Lord of the Rings, because there was a point where with Lord of the Rings collector boxes, when it was not, the boxes were so expensive compared to the cards that were in them that it was not possible to break even on the price of a box unless you hit one of the chase cards, like a serialized card or one of the the elven or dwarvish soul rings or something like that. I made a video about that when Lord of the Rings came out, and this reminds me of that because the boxes are so expensive. It's really hard to break even, but I think things are going to kind of level out because compared to like if I look at the Lord of the Rings box that I opened at that time, I was unhappy with what I opened because compared to the price of the box, it wasn't really that much. But then looking back at it, there was like 2 copies of the run, 1 ring, the foil borderless Orcish Bowmasters, lots of other cool stuff where it turned out that actually that was really good value. So I think things are kind of gonna level out in that regard. Just you need to give it a couple months. But I'm happy with it though. It was really fun to open this. I'm happy to finally get these Final Fantasy cards in my hand. And I'm looking forward to organizing these and putting them away in a binder. I'm going to do some more Final Fantasy openings. I've got a couple of play boxes as well that I'm planning to open up. Maybe we'll do another collector box, who knows. But if you're still watching though, thanks for watching. It'd be cool if you can like and subscribe and all that kind of stuff. If you're looking to build any decks with any of these Final Fantasy cards, you should definitely check out moxfield.com. They're another sponsor of the channel. I actually built Sephiroth deck recently, the Mythic Sephiroth from the set proper, the one that's kind of like a blood artist. I made a deck tech video for that, and I used Moxfield to build the deck. It's what I used to build all of my decks. I'll link that in the video description below. You can see all of my deck lists on Moxfield, and I definitely recommend using Moxfield to build your own deck lists. I think it's a very useful tool. Also, everyone should come join my Discord server. You can find a link to that in the video description below. And in the video description, you'll also find a link to my Patreon, where you can find the Token of the Month tier, where I send out a new custom foil token to patrons every month. I'd like to thank all of the patrons that support me on Patreon, though. But otherwise, though, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later.